Hello, World Army. This is Jade from Jade's Videos. And if you saw my recent video, if you watched to the end, and if you read the description, I got um I got in contact with the voice actor for Cornstalker, and his daughter does the Roaming Rosie, and she does a lot of the girl props, and Cornstalker does most of the male props, and some female props actually, like the witches, because they do have more of a male type of voice. Um, but this is something he sent me, and I don't want anyone else to make videos on this, so please don't, because I asked permission first, and he gave me permission. So just please don't make videos on this, because I had to ask permission for this. But it turns out he is actually also the voice actor for Cornstalker is also the one who designed Cornstalker, and so he drew this back in 2012, and it's pretty much just the concept art for Cornstalker. I don't know what that. Okay, so as you can see, it used to be called Ultimate Evil Animated Decor, the Cornstalker. It includes light up turning head, sound turns at the waist, so all the motion was still the same, but it looks completely different as you could see. The stem nowadays isn't curved, but it's still got the little swirl. But the stem is not curved like it originally was. The head looks pretty much the same. The eyes are a little more slanted though. But of course, this is just a drawing, and of course, it's not going to look exactly like the prop. But he also told me that it was much smaller than what it is now, so it wasn't really a towering prop back then. Right here, you can see the rib cage. That has stayed there, but it's not as light green as the actual thing. That stem area right there for the neck, that's not in the actual one, I don't think. Um, but as you can see, the bone necklace has stayed, which I'm glad because that's one of the coolest features in Cornstalker. It looks very voodoo-like, actually. Then down here, this yellow type robe that goes all the way down to the base, that's still on Cornstalker. Oh, and he doesn't have the rope anymore, but that's still on Cornstalker. But it's just a smaller version that only goes down a little bit past the torso. Instead, it stops there, and now he has green pants, and you could see his feet, which are made out of hay. So you can see his feet and his legs now in the actual version. As you can see, he has kept his robe, his brown robe. That's always been with him, which I think is cool. In the actual prop, it doesn't have those bony type elbows, but I can understand that because it's got its arms up and they used to be down. I keep switching between different pictures. Um, the green right here that's hanging from his arms, that stayed, but they turned it brown. All the blood on his clothes has stayed the same. And right, as you can see, his hands used to have fingernails, which is pretty cool. But they didn't have as many stems and stuff. They don't have as many stems and stuff anymore. They don't look as gruesome, and they're a darker green. And he doesn't have full arms, like full skeleton arms, like it shows here. He's got just hay at the bottom. Now, one thing I really wish that they would have kept with Cornstalker in the actual thing is this scythe right here. The scythe is just so cool. Just, it's awesome. It's got blood on the tip. So that is the major difference from the actual Cornstalker we see nowadays in the concept art. The scythe was in the concept art, and it's not in the new one. As you can see, it's kind of like a tooth or something, kind of to like an animal, because it's like has yarn attaching it to the stick. I don't really know what it's supposed to be, or if it's just a normal scythe. I keep switching stuff. Okay, we get it. Reagan's drowning in coupons, spirit coupons, but there he is. It looks like his chest might have used to glow, but I'm not sure. But I don't know which design I prefer better, the one that's here nowadays. I think this one's design is awesome, but he wasn't towering and he didn't have his arms weren't up and he wasn't a towering prop. That's what's so cool about him is that he's a towering prop. But I mean, if the concept art was showed him being taller, that would have still been cool to see that because the scythe is something that really adds to it. It's just so cool. Maybe one of his arms could have been up and then the other could have been holding the scythe. I don't know, but the scythe is tall as it is. And I also wish this yellow robe underneath was still there just cuz that looks really cool. It gives a very farm cornfield-esque feel because it's yellowish, orange type, brownish. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed and stay tuned for the voice actors on my channel. Keep howling at the moon, my werewolves. Please comment, rate, come on, and subscribe.